Now on to where we're at now after our third canceled IUI cycle. But while I was there, I also picked up pregnancy tests. I was at all angry with the clinic with what happened. And another app says I'm 3 days late. This time, Jack can see the lines on that. I know the mind games that are about to ensue when I see that.
I hope it says something.
I hope it says something too, baby.
Yeah.
Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again hold you tight, call you mine, think about you every time?
Yeah, I went to pick it up. I picked up Clomid and a pregnancy test, all in the same CVS run. If that doesn't explain our life, I really don't know what does.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Exactly.
That and cookies.
Wait until you feel it. You haven't been outside yet, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it nice?
That's nice.
It just feels so good. Hello everybody, it is Dingle here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing super duper well, and today for us it is Friday. Happy Friday. How'd your day go, Bubba?
It was really good.
It was good?
Yeah.
Yeah, feeling good?
Yes, like I should. Sorry, I was zoning.
This week was long.
With daylight savings. Like,
That's right. I literally forgot, but yeah, we've been totally off our whole schedule really all week.
sleeping has been hard lately.
Yeah, it's been tough. But today, my friends, it is like mid 50s to very low 60s. I literally just saw a guy running with his shirt off just now. If that doesn't scream warm weather in Maine, I don't know what does. Like, this would be winter in Florida. And that guy's running.
Puffer jackets.
Exactly, and that guy's running with his shirt off. But we saw that it was going to be this warm, like, at the beginning of the week. And we made plans to celebrate Friday and also warm weather for the first time in ages by going to Red's Dairy Freeze, which is a place I've been wanting to try for a while. Apparently it is like a staple near Portland. It's been around for ages. I heard about it when we first moved here, and then Jack the other day let me know that we needed to try it because he saw it on Instagram, and I was like, that's the thing I've been telling us about. We need to go.
Yeah, it's their 70th year.
70th?
I learned this the other day. 11 years ago, they had a pretty big fire and they had to close temporarily.
No way.
Yeah, and they reopened. So that was 11 years ago, but that's so cool. It's like just a
lots of history there.
Yeah, community. Like people were lining up. It was colder than it was now. Like 40 degrees. People were just going in and out all day, and it closes at 9. Literally, there was a line at night, so the temperature was probably in the 30s. People in their jackets.
You're talking about opening day this year?
Yeah, opening day.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Getting their ice cream. Everyone was so hyped, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have to
literally
go.
bundled up getting ice cream for opening day this year. I'm so excited. I have checked Sammy Scoops on their website and on their Instagram. I have sent them messages on both wondering when their opening day is, and I have received 0 update. So I'm very upset. Sammy Scoops is our absolute favorite. He's been following the vlogs for a little bit, but it becomes a tradition, a weekly tradition. Not really a tradition anymore, is it, if it's weekly?
I know, it becomes like a weekly treat.
A weekly treat to
like
walk to Sammy's Scoops in the summer, and it's so much fun. I love the walk to Sammy's Scoops.
I do too.
In the meantime, we figured why not celebrate this day by going to get some ice cream at like 3 something on a Friday.
It's
why
perfect.
not?
Like a little bit of protein and carbs before the gym. Let's go.
Yeah, that's why I was excited about it too. Guys, we just passed Red's, and we don't know about it. We don't know. This was not an original idea, Jack just said, and I would completely agree because unfortunately school has just let out. So here's Red's, and school just let out.
Wow.
So all of the kids and their parents and grandparents, the line wraps all the way around there. Everyone and their mother, it looks like, as soon as school let out today, which was just a little bit ago, they went to Reds, which totally makes sense. I bet you if we had gone a little bit earlier, it definitely would not have been as packed because everyone in that line had a child. We're gonna see if 88 Donuts is open. I actually don't think they'll be open.
Check the time right now.
Okay. Guys, we're just kidding. We're back because this is ultimately what we really wanted to do. I already ate some of it, but guys, look at how good this looks. What do you think, darling?
So good.
It's so good.
It's hitting the spot.
The entire environment there was like adorable. There were so many kids running around. There were so many dogs. How long do you think we waited? Like
40 minutes?
40 minutes? It was a pretty decent wait, but this is delish.
It was worth it.
This is so worth it. So nostalgic. I haven't had sprinkles in so long.
This would hit the spot after the beach.
After the beach, oh my gosh, I bet that place is even, like, I bet the line is even way longer in the summertime. And standing outside in this weather right now, even though it's like not anything monumental, the sun felt so good. That was so nice. It's exactly what I needed. I've tried to sit down and film this clip like 10 times, but every time I sit down, I'm like, oh my god, my hair, I need to like redo it, and oh my god, I'm so sweaty because I'm in like a Sherpa and I need to switch to a sweatshirt, but we're just going to call it here, and we are going to sit, and we are going to, hello Miss Allie, we are going to sip our brown sugar shaken espresso, and we are just going to chat. I feel like this spot has become our and my card just ran out. And nobody in this universe wants me to sit down right now and film this clip, but we are going to freaking make it happen. As I was saying, I feel like this spot here on the couch, one, we know it's my spot. I sit here in real life like all the time. I'm not filming, but two, it's become our spot to just sit down and chat with each other, and I really like it. So this is our chatting spot, and that's why we're here today, to chat. So as you guys have seen, over the past few months, I've been releasing older footage just slowly but surely, so I didn't just like dump all of this like footage and IUI cycles and everything all at once. But with the third IUI vlog that you guys saw, that caught you up basically. But of course that was towards the beginning of February, I want to say, and now we are well into March, so I wanted to just catch you guys up on everything that has been happening since then, our next step since that IUI cycle. On my Instagram, I also put a question box for anyone who had specific questions that they wanted me to address in this update. But I also got some basic questions kind of on our journey and situation from those of you who are new to our journey. So hello, if you're new, hello. Thank you for joining. I love you all so much already. But let's just start there real quick, and then we'll get on with the update from here on out. So hello, my name is Mac. It's short for Mackenzie. My husband, Jack, and I live in Portland, Maine. And in 2019, we moved from Seattle to Portland, Maine. If you hear anything, that's my cat behind me in the litter box right now. But we officially started trying to conceive in like April-ish of 2020. And if you're here, you know how well that has gone. I have a video that goes much deeper into our overview and everything that I will leave linked down below. I'll just leave the entire fertility playlist that I have linked down below in case you want to catch up on the details. But basically, when they ran labs initially, my FSH levels were borderline. FSH levels usually need to be between like a 1 and a 10. And anything above a 10, at least in our case and our doctors, that would be kind of out of range, but I was straight at a 10. But that lab result was enough for us to be referred to a fertility clinic. At that fertility clinic, we ran even more tests. My husband's test came back perfectly fine. He is literally perfect. And then my other tests all came back good. Nothing was awesome, except for the genetic testing that we did. I had literally 0 of the genetic things that they test for, so I am perfect in that manner. But as far as egg quality, egg count, and a bunch of other things that they tested for, there were some things again that were not terrible, but they weren't awesome. They were just kind of in the middle as far as fair or borderline. But after sitting down with our doctor when we got all of our labs done and everything, even with some of my borderline numbers or fair numbers, there wasn't anything specific that he could point to that was like, this is why you can't conceive right now. These things may explain why it might take a little longer or it's a little more difficult for us to conceive naturally, but they don't explain why we haven't conceived at all on our own. So with all of that said, we are dealing with unexplained infertility at the end of the day. There's not really a solid reason that they can see through the lab that points to why we haven't been able to have a baby. So that kind of covers the basics as far as the questions I got pertaining to that kind of thing. Now on to where we're at now after our third canceled IUI cycle. If you haven't watched the third IUI video, I highly recommend you go catch yourself up on that, because one of the questions that I got was if I was at all angry with the clinic with what happened with that third canceled IUI. And the answer is yes. I feel like what you saw in that video towards the end was truly me like 20 minutes after receiving the news, so it was very fresh. I was relieved that it was caught. I was relieved that we weren't going to go through a useless IUI that literally wouldn't have done anything. But as it kind of settled more in, I was frustrated. I was saying to Jack that between this major thing that happened and then a couple other little things that I was just like, I don't know about this, it's just all added up, especially in those moments right after the canceled IUI and finding out about that, where you just can't help but feel like a number. And I had to work through that mentally as we kind of just waited for my next cycle to start. I don't want it to seem like we've had this terrible experience or anything like that. It's just a few things that kind of added up and then this big thing that happened. But at the end of the day, it just has empowered me to stand up for myself and ask my questions even more so than I was before. But yeah, to answer that, I was definitely angry. I needed some time to cool off. I needed some time to just chill for a minute because we had gone through with 2 treatment cycles in a row, even though that second one was canceled with the medications and all of that stuff. So I think I needed some time to just chill and have a cycle with nothing, just an all natural cycle, just to kind of clear my body of these medications, as well as clear my head mentally before calling the clinic back and moving forward with a third one and a plan for the third one. So getting into where we were at past that video, I did not call them when my cycle started. And it's funny because halfway through that cycle, the finance lady called saying that my next cycle could be approved if we paid the balance that we had from the previous cycle. So I know that they knew I hadn't called in a little bit, and she told me to call my nurse and I didn't. I just needed a completely clear month mentally and physically. So that's what we did. When my next cycle started, we just didn't call and I had a really stress-free month. But something I do want to say about that, it kind of pertains to people that say, you know, just relax and it'll happen. Stop trying so hard, it'll happen. That's, if you don't know, that is absolutely one of the worst things that you can say to somebody who is going through fertility treatments for infertility, just in case you didn't know. It's kind of a meme in the fertility space of people saying that to somebody going through fertility treatments. But on that note, just because we didn't do a treatment cycle does not mean we completely took a break from everything. We obviously still tried. We obviously tried to time everything. I obviously was doing the at-home ovulation kit tests and everything like that. But a big update, and I didn't know if I was going to share this footage at all, but it does show the roller coaster of everything, so I'll share it. This past Monday, so today is Sunday, literally Monday/Tuesday of this past week, I was convinced that my cycle was about to start. I was crampy. I literally felt it, and at this point, I kind of know that feeling, you know? So I was definitely settled with the fact that, yep, this natural cycle that we just did, it didn't work. What else is new, you know? But it didn't come. My period never started, and so I was a little confused, and as the weeks went on, the cramping kind of eased up a little bit, so I was like, and then your brain starts playing tricks on you and stuff, and literally every single day of the week, I was like, I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be here, and then it wasn't, and I'm gonna wake up today and it's gonna be here, and it wasn't. So that game is always a little frustrating. I'm like, if you're gonna come, why don't you just get here? But if you're not, can you just give me some more symptoms? Give me some more signs. And so throughout the week, I was taking the super cheap strip tests that I have, the easy at home ones, and they were showing goose egg. leg, absolutely no second line, like couldn't even pretend that I saw a second line. Like I've never seen anything on those. But then it came to Saturday, and I am just going to roll that clip here. You guys, today is Saturday, March 19th, and yesterday I went to pick up my Clomid for our 3rd IUI cycle, but while I was there, I also picked up pregnancy tests. I was convinced that I was getting my period between Monday and Tuesday. Because of Clomid, my periods have been coming about a week early, which is so much fun, and that would line up with that, but we didn't take Clomid last cycle, so whenever I don't take Clomid, the next cycle is usually fine. It messes with it that way. But one of my apps says that I should have gotten my period yesterday, and another app says I'm 3 days late right now. I was convinced I was going to get it on Monday or Tuesday because of just how I felt, but then throughout the week, those symptoms have kind of like subsided. I haven't felt as immediate crampy, you know, like that feeling that it's literally happening probably within the next hour. That's how it felt on Monday/Tuesday. And then every morning and day since then, it's just been this kind of heavy feeling, I want to say. It's just the weirdest thing. But I also have felt this way before, so it's not like it's something completely out of the blue. And that brings me to the test that I bought yesterday. I went to CVS because that's where my Clomid was called in, and while I was there I was going to pick up some first response ones, but the pregnancy test section was just like just cleared out basically. And so I just grabbed some CVS tests that kind of looked like clear blue. The only ones that were available were ones that had a digital in them, which are expensive, and I already have a digital at home that I just haven't used yet, so I do not need a digital just in the house at all. And so I just grabbed some store brand one. They have like a 4 point something out of 5 stars rating online, so I was like, okay. And I dipped it, and I want to show you all what those looked like and see if you guys can see the lines on them, because this time Jack can see the lines on them. But the thing is, here's the brand. It's just the CVS blue dye ones. I know that blue dye tests are notorious for giving false positives. Something with the blue dye, I'm not entirely sure. But when I looked at it within the window of time, like 2 to 3 minutes that it told me to look at it, I just saw kind of just nothing. Then a few, maybe like an hour later or so, I definitely saw a plus in there. Don't know if you can see it. I'll take a picture if I can get a good picture of it. Jack has never seen a faint line on anything, and I saw a faint line on like one first response, like one time during our first IUI cycle I saw it. He did not see that, and when I show him this one, he sees the plus. And so I took another one this morning, and it's the same thing. Was I excited when I saw that? No, I was just more frustrated because it's just, I know the mind games that are about to ensue when I see that. So the first thing I wanted to do this morning was go get a first response. So when we woke up, we had breakfast and went to get a first response. That is loading right now in the bathroom, and it has been 5 minutes by now, so probably look at it. Darling,
Yeah?
do you want to look at it?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, it's weird because I always dreamed of like finding out first and then surprising Jack, but just with the way I'm feeling right now, and like it's familiar with all of the other negatives that I've gotten in the past, and also just to show you guys too, there's not really a close-up picture that I want to get of these ones because I can just confidently tell you they're very, very negative. I have not gotten even a shadow on these cheapy, easy at home ones. Because in my mind, I want to test with the cheapy ones, and if I can see something or if I'm not sure, I'll test with the more expensive ones or like the for real ones, you know? But we have not seen any shadows on the cheapy ones. I feel like at this point in time, we would have seen a line on that because I'm technically like a day to 3 days late.
Maybe if you do like expecto patrono with them, it'll summon your baby, which is your Patronus.
Probably. All right. It's don't do that. I don't think it's gonna say anything. What do you think?
I hope it says something.
I hope it says something too, baby.
Yeah.
But I just do not think it's going to. I would say that is a stark no.
A negative?
Yeah, even if I see like maybe where a line should be or a faint something, it should be more prominent, if that makes sense. I don't know. Here. At this point in time, I just feel like it should be more.
I don't see anything.
Yeah. Hi, baby. What do you see? Do you see anything? I do not think This is it. All right, third IUI, here we come. So I think as you saw in that clip, I think I explained that deep down, I knew that those blue dye tests were not accurate, just based on how I felt, and also because there wasn't anything on the easy at home ones, like literally nothing, and then there was something on those, it just kind of made me question everything. And now that brings us to today, Sunday, March 20th. No positive pregnancy tests since then, and I am pretty gosh darn sure that this is the week where we will start the cycle, we will start the Clomid, we will get on everything, and I will call my clinic to let them know, and we will get underway with our third IUI. We're gonna do another monitored cycle, another one where I trigger with an Ovidril shot, so all of that stuff is to come. But what's different is instead of having all of the footage from the past and kind of putting everything together and releasing a full IUI cycle video, you guys are all caught up. I'm literally filming this on the Sunday that I'm uploading it, and that's where we're at right now. So thank you. Thank you for watching all of the videos that I've put out about this so far. I feel like I'm a broken record. I feel like I'm annoying by saying this all the time, but this has been so crazy to me, the amount of support and the amount of people that have come out, people that I know or didn't know on the internet but now know, that came to me with their own fertility related stories and their own struggles. It has truly been the biggest blessing that I feel like we could have through this, because before we were in this kind of lonely hole by ourselves, you know, with just a few family members that know. But then ever since sharing our experience and this footage on the internet, we have come out of such a lonely place and truly have never felt less alone in this journey just because we've shared it online, which invited other people to share their experiences. It is wild. It is truly wild. That's the only word that I can describe. And also I'm just so grateful for the people who have shared and for everyone rooting us on. And I'm so grateful to be able to root you guys on if you're going through something like this. I truly am rooting for you all if you're going through anything of the sort related to fertility and infertility. If you have any other questions whatsoever, feel free, DM me on Instagram or even just leave them in the comments below. I would so appreciate it. I love talking about this stuff. It has been far too long that I haven't talked about it, so it feels really freaking good. So don't be shy, leave those in the comments below. I will keep you guys updated as we get more information on this third IUI. I will take you guys along. It's going to be great. It's going to be a wild ride. But otherwise, my friends, if you are new to the channel and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure to do so down below, because we upload videos here every single Wednesday and Sunday and the occasional Monday. Everybody do not forget to give this video a big old thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one, my friends. We'll see you later. Bye!